The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Guardian 96.9 FM with Fresh News, Smart Talk. Indeed, I'm your host, Lady T. It's a pleasure to have you guys with us on this great Sunday evening. How is everybody doing? Communauté haïtienne, bonsoir. Tout le monde qui branché, tout auditeur, auditrice qui branché sous Guardian 96.9 FM avec animatrice communauté haïtien Lady T. C'est un plaisir pour moi pour me là avec nous. Nous connaissons émission ça sur émission nous fait dans la Bahamas pour éduquer, informer communauté haïtienne de ça qu'a fait dans tout pays mais ça qui est plus important de ça qu'a fait dans Bahamas. So c'est un plaisir pour moi pour me là avec nous. I hope everybody had a great Sunday. Now my guest for this evening is no other than my personal friend, Professor Dr. Macky Jean-Pierre. Dr. Macky Jean-Pierre, bonsoir. Comment vous êtes? C'est un plaisir pour la Radio Guardian.
Bonsoir, Lady T. Bonsoir, tout le monde qui peut entendre nous sur Guardian 96.9 FM. C'est vraiment un plaisir pour moi capable là avec nous aujourd'hui.
Listen, you are here because you are hitting, like, you trending all over the world. Tout réseau social, c'est ou même, y a parlé de ou même, de ça qui t'est fait, là où t'as dans un seminar, en Brésil.
Ouais.
C'est ou même, wap krasé internet là. Parlez de ça, like, speak to me a little bit about it, because I was blind. I didn't know, not until I read. I'm like, and that's my personal friend, and he's here in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Professor at UB. I couldn't believe that. I am so delighted to have you here at the radio. Parce que c'est très important là où gen moun pou k'ap fè histoire. Who's making history. So I'm touched and I'm humbled to have you as my friend,
wow.
Somebody that I know that is making history and changing the world, and that is all we, that is what we all about, changing the world, making a difference wherever we go. So tell me about your seminar. Tell me how it went. First of all, because I have no knowledge when it comes to that. So what took place? Because to my knowledge, that a little bit of something, the president, right? President of France,
yes,
was there at that same seminar that you went to, and it represented it was something to do with the slavery.
Yes.
The African slaves.
Well, again, good afternoon, everyone. Well, what happened is that President Macron was attending the G20, and the G20 at this time was happening in Rio de Janeiro and Brazil. But myself, I was attending another summit called the Humanity Summit.
Oh, Humanity Summit,
Yeah,
right.
it is a conference that is organized to problematize and to talk about a discrimination, the groups who are in critical life condition now because of colonization, particularly the case of Haiti. This is the place to where we talk about what can be done to have a better world. So that's why it's called the Humanity Summit. And so we discuss challenges that our world is facing, and we would like to work toward a better humanity. So we want to work against the hierarchy of being. What we call the hierarchy of being is when some people pretend that they are superior to others based on some a social condition such as economy or even skin color or even gender.
Right.
So this is the summit where we question all those things. Like we are children of God, and as children of God, we have our place in the world. Once we come to the world, we have our place in the world, and we need to. All we need is that we have the conditions that are in place, so we can be useful to the world, and so we can be useful first of all to ourselves, to our community, and to the world. But we saw that there are a lot of conditions that are in place that do not favor the possibility of growth for many groups to be able to be what they can be. So this a summit and that happened this time in Rio de Janeiro. It was a place where we were discussing those situations. We had people who came from different places in the world, Portugal, the US, France, different places in Africa. I have a friend who came from South Africa. I had a friend who came from Portugal. We have quite a few friends who came from the UK. Several people came from the UK. And we were a group of scholars working on those issues. And myself, my intervention was about the role of the Haitian Revolution and the making of the contemporary world. As you know, in 1804, Haiti has organized this huge revolution against slavery. And in my intervention, I showed that Haiti had already inaugurated an era of progress in 1804 for its citizens. And that it was an era of progress that required that people have the possibility to live free, to work for themselves, for their community, to build their community. And this revolution was a revolution against what we call objectification. Objectification is when you turn people into object, against also what an author like Aimé Césaire call a thingification, when you turn people into thing. So it was a revolution to turn to make people become real human being, real subject who can work to pay taxes as opposed to being object of other people.
Right.
So the Haitian Revolution in 1804 has achieved that. And I was in my intervention, I showed that we needed to reclaim this history, and that as part of this history, we need also to ask the world, is the way that we treat Haiti and the contemporary world, doesn't this show that the world was not ready to be free, to have a world without slavery? Because the first country that has fought slavery, we see in 2025, in 2024, not 25 yet, 2024, we see the critical condition in which we Haitians are living. We know what's happening now in Haiti. So the way that Haitian kids are being killed, the way that the country is being destroyed, many of us Haitian scholars and other African scholars, we are asking this question: wasn't that in the world doesn't that show that the world was not ready to have a world without slavery? The way they treat Haiti now couldn't that this show that the world was not ready to deal with a world without slavery, given the way they treat the country that first destroy the slave empire. But anyway, that was that a big event, and as part of this event, one day, the next day, I went to visit some sites downtown Rio de Janeiro, and I went to visit one of the sites that I went to visit. It was a site where they buried many Africans who died and the boats while they were coming from Africa.
Wow.
I was very touched by this site, and some of my friends, some African American who were with me, we were meditating on the site. We were we were recalling the misery of the people in the boat. The history shows that many people died in the boat from different types of disease because they put so many of them in the boat, and there was no food and no sanitation, so many of them. It was a series of horrible events on which the contemporary world is based now, and we need to understand that. And this is part of our history. It's part of the history of Haiti. It's part of the history of the Bahamas.
And
we need to recognize
that the history is repeating itself, because that is the same thing that we have here in the Bahamas. We've had a few boats that capsized, capsized before here in the Bahamas, where we even had hundreds of Haitians died, and the Haitian embassy were in charge of having the funeral. One of them, I had the privilege of attending, me, Louis Georges, Robert Zedone, and some others members, the Haitian pastors, I would say, who were really involved in this, were Pastor Antoine Saint Louis here in the Bahamas. So it was very touching to see persons, offshore, die offshore, boat capsized, and everybody died. And that one where we found the persons, that was a different thing. But you've had numerous of boats that go missing off seas. Persons are trying to search for a better life to go to United States. And a recent boat we had were I think it was a Haitian artist that actually
I heard that a few months ago.
Yes, Méchanceté. He was one of the persons that boat went missing, and yet we have no report, nothing, no updates on on the people that went on the boat. All we know is the boat went missing. So of course they are lost at sea if you have no kind of information. So it's history repeating itself.
It is history repeating itself, as you said, Lady. It is. I mean, the way many of us think about it is that before they were putting us in the boat without us wanting to do so, right? And we didn't know where we were going. We were just being put in the boat to go somewhere.
Right.
And people talk about slaves. The Africans were not slaves when they left Africa. They became they put them in a critical, sad life condition that we tend to call slavery. So sometimes when some writers are writing about those, particularly some writers who are ideologically in some position to say whatever they want, sometimes they just use the word slave as if us are essentially slave. It's like there is something essentially in us that make us object. No, we were not slave. The people that were brought from Africa were people who knew, as Aimé Césaire said, people who knew how to build house, how to grow food, how to build their world. Those are people who knew how to do things. But when they came out to to America, we put them in some what the history said, so we call them slave. But so now they were now what's happening, as you said, it's like it's the same group who are now leaving the country, who are leaving their place, and they are forcing to do so because of misery, because of there are not enough conditions in place for them to live in those countries. Like when people have to go to the US now, you have to force yourself to go get a visa, and then if you cannot get a visa, you take the ocean, and then you die. So as you said,
I would
it's
say
it's history repeated itself.
Yes, but the most critical part about it is the thing that always touched my heart is that you have a lot of parents that are searching for a better life, but why take the child with you?
Yeah, yeah,
Is when they take the child with them, and then the boat get capsized,
yeah,
and the child die, an innocent poor child die, not knowing anything. I just feel as if you are going to do that, you should leave the child with social service, an aunt, an uncle, or just somebody, because people
Yeah.
are always searching for a child. So just go by yourself and leave your child when when things better for you. If you make it, if you make it by God's grace, then you can come back for your child. But taking the child with you, it's a lot of kids are dying in that sense, senseless killing, I would say. And the government of the Bahamas has always been so, I would say, when it comes to that point, right, with persons traveling, they always have the message telling you, no, try, apply, and wait till you can go at a better timing instead of taking the boat to go overseas, because anything can happen.
yeah.
When you're on the boat, anything can happen.
Oh yeah,
The
anything can
engine-
happen. Yeah,
The engine can collapse. You have sharks, and
Yeah.
for me myself, who is so scary, I don't think I could ever
Yeah.
make it. But you know what? I can't say that because I'm not in the position.
yeah,
You
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
judge because you're not in it. So
Yeah.
I don't know how would I put that again? I don't know the way that they hungry. Some people are hungry for change.
Yeah.
And when you are hungry for change, you determine that kind of determination. Sometimes you don't even care. You said, hey, if I live, I live. If I die, I die. But please, when you do die, when you do go to kill yourself, do not carry the children. That
Yeah,
is my-
that
that
yeah,
is-
that's a
that
real
is my-
issue.
that is
Yeah,
also
of
my-
course, that's
my
a real
most
issue.
important thing.
Yeah,
Don't carry the children, because the government always advise everybody in the Asian community or anybody to, because it repeats itself so much that please do not do it.
I mean,
But
the
again-
whole thing in itself, it's not something. There is no justification for even the people to have to take the boat and to go to some places and like that, because when the person when they do that, they are trying to free themselves from misery, from
Yeah.
different forms of I really mean different forms of misery, because they are not in security, they don't have enough food, they are in search of something,
Yeah.
and it is there is some form of hope, and as part of their hope, they also think that once they get there, it will be better for themselves and their children. So if they make it, they make it, and then
Yeah.
but unfortunately, it happened that and so many, so many times they just don't make it.
Okay, so now, this is what I'm really interested about, right? Because you are taking as I mentioned before, you're taking the internet ou prend réseaux sociaux là par trempette, right? Ça veut dire que trempette.
Yeah.
Nice stop. So, vle konnen ki question que ou te pose président France là? What question did you ask the president of France? Because it has to be his response was so disgusting.
Yeah.
So what did you ask him? Because he was upset with you.
Yeah. As I said, and I'm gonna say it also in Creole. We went to visit that site where they buried the slave, and I had taken the time to ask the president some key questions, and the questions that I asked, in fact, were why. The history between France and France and Haiti, and I said, why are we replacing books in the hands of children with weapons? and I said, what is the international community is gonna do for Haiti? But when I asked those questions, those are a series of questions I asked to the French president, but also to the international community. And as part of the text that I published, I mentioned the key question are those one. Why does the international community watch silently as school textbooks are replaced by bullets and firearms in the hands of children? Why is the escalation of the suffering of the Haitian people and the nation met with little regard? Does the international community realize that this implicit silence may contribute to the annihilation of the Haitian people? What is the role of multinational groups that engage in economic activities in Haiti? If there is an economic argument, does the implied current approach justify the thousands of lives lost at the hands of manipulated counterparties and paid henchmen? Wouldn't a nation where we educate our youth rather than arm them with guns be a more effective strategy? So in a nutshell, I approached the president once I met with him. So we were on the site, and while we were visiting the site, the president came with a whole group of people.
Right,
they were
that's
part of the
that's,
G20.
So I am assuming.
Yeah, and myself, once I saw them,
right,
and there is a friend. In fact, I wasn't the first one who saw the president. It was a friend of mine who said, "Oh, that must be President Macron, the French president." And I said, "Oh, that's President Macron." And I was lucky that he came quite very close to me. And I said, "Oh my God, that's
right." How you felt?
That's
like
I automatically
to have the President Macron close to you.
Automatically, I said that those questions that came out of my reflection. But the key question was President Macron. I asked him in French, "What are we going to make out of Haiti? Why is the international community killing Haiti?"
Right.
So, and then I said, why are we replacing books in the hands of children with weapons? But the president,
that kind of question.
Yes, it was
because
very.
He's playing a big role in that. So
he
was pissed.
Sometimes some president may be working somewhere and people ask them questions, they don't respond. Last time I saw that in France, while President Macron was somewhere, and then someone asked him a question, he didn't even bother, he didn't even reply.
Right.
But with my questions, I think I asked the questions with such
that touched the heart.
Yes, and the way I word my question, I raised my voice, and then I
were very persistent.
I was very persistent, and then he looked at me, and then he responded. In fact, if you look at the short video, I don't think I have shared this short video with you yet. If you look at the short video, the short video show my hand agitating while I was asking him the question,
right?
And then you see him putting his hand in a certain way, telling me, "Okay, wait, I'm going to respond."
Right.
It was then he responded, and then he talked about what's happening in Haiti.
What was his response like when you asked him those questions?
His response, first of all, the president will not expect those questions from someone in French and Rio de Janeiro, a country where
he didn't even expect no Haitians
never,
to even be there.
never. You will never expect someone. That's why most of the media reported that there was someone who approached the president while he was in Rio de Janeiro, and this is taking over the France, RFI.
Yeah, Brazil, Canada,
yeah,
United
everywhere.
States,
Yes.
Miami Herald, you are all over the place.
Yes. And but people just said that there is someone mentioned in one of the article, there is a professor called Marc Jean-Pierre who addressed the president. But most papers, most of the news, they said that there was someone who approached the president about some key questions involving the role of the international community in Haiti. Well, when the president responded, as I said, he wasn't he responded as someone who was talking out of his heart. So
Right.
in fact, some of the things that he said were surprising to many people, because even to myself, because he mentioned that he was supporting the prime minister, and no one knew that. He mentioned that the prime minister that was fired recently, he said, why did the presidential council fired the president and the prime minister? And then this is when he started to talk about the bad words. He said, again, why is the presidential council fired the prime minister? The prime minister was doing a good job. And then he said, those guys
What? The
are.
prime minister was what?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said
Doing a good job?
Yeah, he said that's what he said.
he corrupted?
I am reporting exactly his words. He's talking about the very previous prime minister who was there only for like 5 months. Not
But wasn't that prime minister a corrupt prime minister?
well, I don't know if you are talking about the same prime minister, because there was a prime minister who was there before, and that there is one that became he became a prime minister somewhere around March.
Right.
It was a new prime minister.
Haiti has been passing through. So
Yeah,
many
I know,
prime
I know,
ministers.
I know.
I can't even.
Yeah,
keep up,
of
right?
course, of course. But there were quite a few questions about this prime minister. The main accusation that people had about him was that he showed difficulty to work with the existing presidential council. So they had a lot of difficulty to work together. But anyway, the president.
But okay, my question is this: why is President Macron, right, so interested about Haiti's politics, but not
Yes.
interested in the country itself and in the people and what's going on in Haiti?
Exactly, that's my question, Legiti.
I
That's
don't understand that.
yeah, exactly.
How can
That's
you be
the question.
So interested in
And
Haiti's politics?
Exactly, because
so
when I ask,
again, it shows you it is them that is conspiring
you see,
to take Haiti down,
yeah,
to
yeah.
make Haiti, to worsen the situation in Haiti.
So exactly, so that's why I had taken the time to question the role of the international community in Haiti, because remember that France is one of the 5 members of the UN Security Council, and they have the power. And
Yeah,
those
but France has never liked Haiti.
no,
It
that
can
for
show
sure.
you France has
That
never
for
liked
sure.
Haiti.
That
And
for sure.
To tell you the truth, I am going to say myself, I feel as if most countries where the white is have a hatred for Haiti, because Haiti fought for their own independence.
Yes.
I'm just going to come out and say
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I feel like they want to keep Haiti down. They just holding Haiti. They have a grudge against Haiti.
Yeah.
For Haiti fighting and
Um,
standing
yeah,
up for themselves as
um,
the first black country
Yes.
to gain independence.
In fact-
and they are using that. They are showing it every day.
Every day,
Because
every
they're
day.
not helping the country.
And that's
It's-
why what I'm saying to Haitians too, we need to understand that our history put us in a very difficult spot in the world,
Yes.
because many people do not like us.
No.
Because legitimately, when we became independent in 1804, remember that France was one of the greatest slave empire.
Right.
And
Professor Mackey, please hold that thought.
sure.
You guys are still listening to Guardian 96.9 FM. Communauté Haïtienne, restez branchés. Do not turn that button. We will be right back after this break. Welcome back to Guardian 96.9 FM with Fresh News Smart Talk. You are let's talk together with your favorite lady. Communauté haïtienne, merci de ce que nous branchez. Nous connaissons pile monde, pas de jamais changer bouton, alright? Nous là avec Guardian 96.9 FM, émission en nous parler ensemble avec professeur Marquis Jean-Pierre qui t'a demandé président la France, c'est pas vrai?
Ouais.
Question côté lui-même la crasé réseaux sociaux. Le monde entier, Brésil, France, Canada, tout côté, you name it, he is there because vraiment président t'es pissed at you. He is pissed at you for asking them that question.
Ouais.
Let's get back to the 1804.
Oui, before we get into the 1804, faut que moi dire en créole et pour moun qui parle créole, pas vrai. Et ça qui t'est passé là, donc c'est que moi était dans une conférence en Brésil et puis pendant moi était dans la conférence là, moi t'allais visiter un site côté yo était enterré un pile africain qui était dans bateau, qui était mort et dans la période esclavage et c'est pas dans moi sur site ça président Macron lui-même qui était allé dans G20 son gros rencontre yo fait et chaque année côté 20 pays yo jugé qui puis développer yo qui puis avancer dans le monde là et lui-même il était dans conférence ça et puis il était venu visiter site historique ça tout et là il venu visiter site historique là c'est là moi-même moi rencontrer avec lui et moi te prend occasion moi te poser la question et question moi te posé moi te dit lui pour qui ça il a détruit Haïti et moi te dit lui comme ça tout et France gagne un rapport historique avec Haïti et qui gens la France fait quitter monde la mettre ensemble pour yo détruire Haïti moi te dit tout pour qui ça il a pu remplacer livre dans Mentimounio avec zam avec un boulette avec avec balle et moi te dit tout qui ça il a fait avec Haïti est-ce que yo voulait détruire Haïti. Donc président lui-même l'été répond et dans réponse l'été bayo bon et il y a un peu journal qui publie en plus bagage sur ça ni en France ni États-Unis et ni Haïti et faut que moi dire tout président et Haïti alors et conseil présidentiel Haïti t'es relais ambassadeur français et donc c'était un gros bagage yo fait c'était une première fois pas connais si ça qu'on arrivé avant mais c'était moi-même depuis là me connais ma vivre c'est première fois me connais et conseil présidentiel Haïti comme si pouvoir Haïti carrément relais ambassade et français poser la question sur ça président français a dit et oh oui
You said the Haiti consul?
Yeah, the
Haiti's consul.
Yeah.
Called the France
yeah,
embassy.
the Haitian Presidential Council.
Right.
They
Haitian
call
Presidential Council.
they call the French ambassador and to question them about
the response that
about
they
the
give
response,
to you,
the response
that he gave
yeah.
to the world because you
Yeah.
asked the question.
Exactly.
Oh my God, you have made history. my
yeah,
friend.
yeah.
Wow, indeed, I'm so happy.
And they even published a note where they revolted against the response of the president to my
Yeah, but
question.
I don't know why would Haiti think any different when it comes to
But
France.
you know,
Hey, that-
at least,
hey,
yeah.
Paul
I mean,
don't change their skin, that's
before
what we
we
say,
were
right?
talking about the issue of 1804. In fact, 1804 started in 1791. 1791, August 1791. It was the time where a group of people that we call slave, but in my work I don't call them slave. I call them enslaved subject, and they met together in a place called Boacaima in the north of Haiti, and they said we're not going to take that anymore because we are it was an issue that they were like objects, as I said before. They were stamping their skin with hot iron. They were cutting their ears, cutting their arms. Horrible history. And they said, okay, we're not going to take that anymore. And they started a movement against the French in August 1491. In the north of Haiti, a place called Boacaima. So this movement started. The movement started right there in 1491, and then it went all the way to 1804. So in 1803, the French sent the biggest army they said that had ever crossed the Atlantic Ocean to defeat the movement in Haiti against slavery. But this army, they started to fight against the African people in Haiti, and we won the war against France, because when France sent this army to, and you mentioned that they hate us. Here's another to understand the extent of this hatred. We need to understand what France has become. Because when France sent this army to defeat the army in Haiti, the goal was to quash the revolution in Haiti and for this army to return to Louisiana to grow the empire of France in America. Because France wanted to build a French empire in America, with Haiti that was going to be the capital of this empire. But at that time, it was Jefferson, right? Jefferson of America. The goal of France was to occupy the whole Louisiana, and the Louisiana territory doesn't include only the state of Louisiana. There was Alabama, Mississippi, all those larger territories. So the army, some soldiers did go back to New Orleans, to Louisiana, but not as soldiers. They went as refugees, because the army was completely disbanded in Haiti. We won the battle. The last battle that defeated slavery happens in November 1803 in the north of Haiti, and in 1804 we declare ourselves independent. We became the first independent black country in the world, the first territory free from slavery in the whole world, and the second independent country in the whole America. The U.S. obtained its independence in 1776 and Haiti in 1804. So in 1804 there were only two independent countries in the whole American continent. It was Haiti and the U.S. So history shows that the U.S. took a while to recognize our independence, because the U.S. said that we were a threat for those other places that had slavery. No one wanted to deal with us. But France in particular, until now, France knows that Haiti played a major role in collapsing the French Empire. So for that matter, we know, and this is what I'm calling the attention of many Haitians too. We know that we are pretty much at war with the rest of the world. It's like the world doesn't like Haiti. If you look at even at Dominican Republic, the situation in which we are now, where people are getting killed. In fact, The Guardian has published an article, I think a few days ago. I don't remember exactly the time. In that, on November 25th, the Guardian here has published.
The Nassau Guardian.
Yes, the Nassau Guardian has published this article where it says the number of children. Now give me 1 second. In that article, the Guardian has showed that. Let me backtrack. There is an article currently on the news online that shows that they found that. The Dominican Republic, someone from the army of the Dominican Republic has sold over 900,000 projectiles to the gangs in Haiti.
Wow.
So that means the Dominican Republic, to some extent, plays a role in what is happening now in Haiti.
A lot of countries plays
most
a
of the
role,
weapons, many weapons are from the U.S. So it's like there is a conspiracy against
I could tell you that.
somehow against Haiti, and we know that
conspiracy to bring the country down.
Everything has been done as if everyone, excuse me, kind of hate on this place to some extent. But one thing that is of interest to me to bring to the table, Lady T, is that and that's my question, and that was what triggered this. It was one of the things that triggered my intention to ask this question to the president, because what is happening now, Lady T, is that we are destroying the young people in the country. But
Right.
let's think about this for a minute. For the past 50 years, the international world has been publishing reports saying that Haiti is the poorest country in the world. Haiti is that, Haiti is that, Haiti is bad, Haiti is bad. But the question that I'm asking, who are going to build the country? Who are going to build the country are the young people who should take the time to go to school to study so they can become enlightened leaders to change this country. And what is happening now? What is happening now is it is that it is those children in the hands of whom that we find the weapons. So there is an article that is published recently that showed that the number of children recruited by armed groups in Haiti increased by 70%. 70%. So that means 70% of the members of the gangs are children, and many of those children they drugs them. So I'm saying this for people to understand. It's not that there is something essentially wrong in Haitians and being Haitians. So there is a set of a situation that get together to make this the situation what it is now. For example, in the capital, Port-au-Prince, 1.2 million children live under the threat of armed violence. An estimated 25% of all 700,000 internally displaced persons in the country, 365,000 children, are currently in the city living under very dire conditions and exposed to multiple threats. So there is if you wanted to destroy a country, I think the best place to start is to destroy the young people. They are the future of the country. We don't send them to school.
So true.
Instead of books, we give them bullets. Instead of classrooms, we give them ghettos. So that means it's like we're asking: is there a plan to annihilate this nation?
My thing is, I would say you yourself play a major role in not only the work that you are doing here, but the work that you are also doing in Haiti. Because you are starting, you understand that it's important. The youths are the future. They are the ones that's going to lead the country for better. And what you have been doing is you yourself have an organization, right? And it's Rive Fondation, one per Haiti.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, just before let me rectify something I said. The Guardian did publish quite a few articles about Haiti, and one I was reading this morning was when they were showing how there are many weapons that were coming from Florida, they mentioned quite a few states. But the other article that I was mentioning today about the Dominican Republic, it is from World News, and the title of the article is "Dominican Republic says colonel and officers stole police weapons and ammunition to sell to Haitians." So this article is it was published on November 21st last month. And in fact, I take the time to appreciate the work of the Guardian, of the National Guardian, because very often they publish some articles about Haiti, and we are very appreciative of that. And then I make I in my work, I often make a reference to those articles. I share them with different people in different places in the world, because I think the contribution that the Bahamas is giving to us is very, very interesting. Last year, I saw that Prime Minister Davis, how Prime Minister Davis and the Foreign Minister, Mr. Mitchell, how they were, very vocal about telling the international world how they should support Haiti. Last year, I think the CARICOM event happened here. The Prime Minister Davis really took on the time to say, well, we need to do. They try as much as possible to support Haiti.
I would say government that support Haiti is government that really knows the history about Haiti.
Definitely.
And has a good understanding and care for people.
And probably if they had more
And they care
more
for people.
possibilities, they will do better.
Yes, that's right. When you care for the people, and it's not you as a leader, you as a government, you put the people first, not only for the country that you are representing, but around the world. You have to show that you have passion, you are passionate about others. And this government knows that.
Yeah,
And
I
they
mean
shows
it's
that.
very important to us too, because I think
Yes,
our
yes, they
history.
show, and they know the history. Haiti holds a great history, and they are aware of the work that Haiti did for other countries that
Yes.
are now or that are not recognizing what Haiti did for them.
Yeah,
But the
Yeah.
Bahamas government, they knows,
yeah.
and it's important. When you know, you do better, and that's
And
what
we
we're doing
really
in the
appreciate
Bahamas.
that, and it is a time for me to say, to express my words of thanks, my words of gratitude to the larger Bahamian community,
Yes, the Bahamian community,
to
that's
have
right.
for the support that they are giving to the country.
Mhm.
The only thing I would like to tell everyone is that there is nothing essentially wrong in being Haitians. A Haitian and a Bahamian, they are brothers, they are sisters. We have the same history. It happens that things are so bad for us because of our history. And we know the role that Haiti has played in raising the flag of being black in the world.
That's right.
Haiti, according to many historians, whether we talk about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Aimé Césaire, Senghor, all those black leaders, they all have something to do with Haiti.
That's right. And you know what comes to my mind? I believe that God chose Haiti, right, to fight. But let's say, hypothetically, if it was any other country, let's say if it was the Bahamas or Jamaica or Trinidad, would you think what's happening around the world now would have happened to that same country?
No.
Would have been the first black country now to gain independence? Yes, I believe so. I believe any one of those other countries, if it was them that was the first country to gain independence, the first black country to gain independence,
Personally,
and
to
fight-
free slavery.
That's right.
Yeah.
to free
fight.
slavery
Yeah.
and fight with the white necks,
Yeah.
we would have been in the same situation.
Yeah.
or
I mean,
worse.
what
Any black country,
the
it doesn't matter.
greatest evidence we have now is that the first country who freed itself, the country who became the first independent country in the world from slavery, the country that had organized itself to fight the slave empire, is this country that is now suffering the most. We whatever we say,
Hold on. I attempted last week, right? Just hold that thought. Last week I had a journalist out of Haiti, right? Akaye. He's from Akaye. And his name is Pascal Flowy Steele. And he was on the ground on Haiti, letting us know of exactly what's taking place. And he said they have roads that are closed in Haiti, and if you don't pay the gang members, there are certain you can't go from this border to the next border, right? And we were talking about the same thing, and I had mentioned it, some of the countries that Haiti helped, but you know that you've been studying this all of your life and you have more knowledge when it comes to those things. Can you name some of the countries that Haiti has assisted, freed, helped?
Yeah, definitely. This will require. We will like to have another show for that, because this is. You will be surprised. You will be surprised.
Okay.
But just to tell you, this week, the Colombian president is going to Haiti. I think for the first time,
Right?
and he's going to Jacmel, where the Haitian president met with Bolivar, okay, in 1806, after 1806, to give them weapons and resources to go to fight slavery, and the place that become now Venezuela and Colombia. It was called the Great Colombia. So many
It's going to give the Haitian government weapons.
no, I mean, now I don't know what he's gonna do now, but I'm saying that the Haitian president after the revolution met with Simon Bolivar,
Okay.
who came from Venezuela, and they met in Jacmel,
Right.
a city in the surface,
Right.
and Haiti, and it was due to that meeting. So they give them weapons. They give them the Haiti give Venezuela weapons, human resources, and quite a few things that they didn't with Venezuela, and it was how Venezuela became an independent country. And at that time, Colombia was part of the deal. What I was saying was that this week,
Right.
the Colombian president is going to Haiti to recognize this historical aspect. This is to tell you that it's like we are living history right now. Again, as I said,
May God's will be done.
yeah, again, as I said, the way the world treat Haiti now shows that the world was not ready to have a world that was free from slavery. So we have
And
quite
especially
a few countries.
from a black country.
Yeah, yes.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah,
Freed
yeah.
from slavery
Yeah.
from a black
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
I think if it was any other white country, it would have been okay.
Well, it's interesting you said that because many people do believe that if Haiti was a white country, of course, and what is happening
It would have been
now,
different. It would have been different.
Things have been different.
As I mentioned earlier, if it was any other Caribbean islands that was to be the first country to gain independence, knowing that it's a black country, it would have been in the same situation.
Yes.
Because the leaders, the world leaders, we know who they are, and they're the ones that control most everything, and they have the resources, they have the power. There is anything that they can't do if they put their mind to it.
No, definitely.
If they really want to do it.
Exactly.
So
And those are the reason why I asked the French president that I met physically those questions.
right.
So
And you hit the nail on the head.
yeah, no,
Like Raymond
and
people would
apparently
say.
he recognized that too. That's why he was.
You touched him
Yeah.
where it hurt the most.
Yeah, apparently he felt that he had to respond.
Yes, you touch him where it hurt the most. And
Yeah.
I would say again, people only could pretend for so long.
Yes.
You know,
yeah,
when the
yeah.
hard question, the question at heart comes your way, listen, you have no choice but to show your true colors, to show who you really are, to show, hey, you have been against Haiti since day one. Hey, you only pretend that you like Haiti, meddling in Haiti's affairs.
It's like
So
legit.
that's
It's like
all
a.
it was.
It's like a, what it's like there is no real reason why what is happening now in Haiti is happening. Think about this. Last time they said that several airplanes have been objected of have received some bullets. But think about this. The people who makes the airplane, the countries where the airplane are from, they know what type of weapons those guys have in their hands. They know exactly in Haiti where those guys live. They are the one who make airplanes. They know how low the airplanes are going to fly over those areas. Can you think about it for a second? And the airplanes
I'm trying to figure out, did
receive
it
some
really
some
happen
bullets.
for real?
They receive.
Did you see any evidence?
I didn't see, but the news have been out there that the airplanes have received some bullets. But the same day,
Okay.
they said, okay, no airplanes for Haiti at all. And now they said that they were going to open it in somewhere in March. And now they said no, they are not going to open to have U.S. airplanes to fly to Haiti. And
But
they
now they are
know.
flying to Haiti. But now they are flying back to Haiti because some of my friends went to Haiti.
I don't know if they are, because I think American said, I don't know if they are, I don't know how she's going, because I don't know if American airline is working.
I know it's one airline. I'm not certain which one, but I know the cost is it's a lot. But they are flying. So,
Yes. And so I'm saying that to say that they know that we need medication. They know that there's an issue of food in the country. They know that Haiti relies for many of its items of its resources from the international community, and the airplanes has received a bullet. They said, okay, we will cut Haiti from any contact with the rest of the world. This is an act of I don't know how you call that, besides the fact that you want to struggle a place and then to kill it. So that's my question to the international community. Why are we strangling Haiti? There is no reason for what is happening. Is happening.
No, you say it's no reason. It's hatred. It is. It is
Yeah,
a reason.
but I know the reason.
They holding Haiti. They holding.
So
Haiti
we should
and-
come clear. We should come to say that we don't want this group to exist anymore. So let's just get
Yeah,
rid
that's
of
what
it.
they're doing. You can't say
Okay.
it. They're doing it.
So-
they are doing it slowly. Come on, they are doing it slowly. But my thing is, okay, this is what I really wanted to say, right? Just how bad news travel fast. Okay, they had persons attempted or shot, not attempted, but they shot at the planes whilst it was landing in Port-au-Prince.
Mhm.
That made news worldwide, right?
Yes.
Why can't they have something positive to say? We, the international countries, will come together and bringing down the gangs
Mhm.
in the country to stabilize the country.
Well, that's the
Why
key
don't
question.
you- right.
Again, this is why I am questioning the international community for the involvement of what is happening in Haiti. And this is, I mean, I have been on different radio station, a TV and news. I have quite a few articles published out there. I am taking the responsibility as someone who is from Haiti, who is suffering from what is happening in Haiti, to ask a key question to the international community. Why are we strangling Haiti?
And somebody that knows the history of Haiti,
Yes,
knows
yes.
the contribution that Haiti gives to international
And Haiti
countries.
is a patrimony of the rest of the world. If you look at the work of some of the philosophers that have happened in the contemporary world since 1800, even if you look at the work, for example, of a writer like Hegel. Hegel was writing the text called the Phenomenology of the Spirit
Right.
in 1806. And this while he was writing this text, he was receiving news from the revolution of Haiti.
Right.
And Karl Marx has used a good a portion of his work to come up with the whole set of theory on communism and capitalism. So Haiti has played a major role in the discourse of what's happening in the contemporary world. Haiti is a world patrimony. Haiti needs to be protected, not to be destroyed. So in what is happening now,
People don't
everything that
protect
is
nothing
happening
that they
now,
don't like.
they
You
are
protect
destroying
something
the
that you
country.
like.
Yeah, by destroying the young people who should go to school and to have education,
They are starting from the root.
to build the country, and then they are exactly.
They're starting from the root.
Yeah, so it's like they are killing.
They are destroying the root. It's like it's like trying to plant something, right? If the root is not good, we're not gonna have no fruits, right?
Yes.
Nothing will produce. So what they're doing is they are destroying the root, which is the youths.
Mm-hmm. And very interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
In order for the fruit to not even produce.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah,
what
I
they're
mean,
doing.
as I said, the news shows that there are about 1.2 million of children in the capital city that are under the threat of the gun violence, and 70% of the members of the gangs are children, and many times those children are drugs. So they receive order, and then they just go to execute the order. The international world knows this is happening.
Yes.
The international knows
They
that
don't want the
the
fruit to
Haitian
multiply,
children
so
are
that's
being
why they're destroying the
are
youth.
being killed.
They destroying the roots. Okay, you guys are still tuned in to Guardian 96.9 FM with Let's Talk Together, Communauté Haïtienne. Nous toujours branchés à Guardian 96.9 FM avec animatrice communautaire. On nous parle ensemble. Moi, j'ai un guest là qui c'est Marky Jean-Pierre N'a retourner après break ça. Please do not touch the button. We'll be right back after this break. Guardian 96.9 FM with First News Smart Talk. Your host Lady T et communauté haïtienne, bienvenue encore pour tout le monde qui fait un branché. Moi gagné dans le studio avec guest moi qui c'est Maki Jean-Pierre, excusez-moi Maki Jean-Pierre, n'a parlé de belles bagailles qui fait côté il rencontré et président en France là et il demandé des questions de Haïti comment pour l'aider Haïti et président pas de une bonne réponse même parce que vous connaissez la vérité à parler, bon Dieu toujours avec les gens qui pas, vous comprenez? Qui pas camper pour mon qui pas camper pour un pays, il toujours avec les ça à dire. So, pas connaît vraiment vrai. Si t'es dans quel président il était sorti, même quoi c'est dans quel mais bon Dieu t'es avec les réponses là pour nous même qu'on nous connaît exactement Jean France senti de nous. Côté aucun nous, ni si t'es dans quel pas connaît. Mais c'est bon Dieu qui connaît. So it's a pleasure to have you with us. Now, what I am going to ask you, right? You are indeed making a difference all over because you have an organization in Haiti. You have a school in Haiti. You told me with 200 plus children that you created. You and your wife, you guys donate to the school. With uniform and everything, the teachers, who pay the teachers?
Yes, thank you for taking the time to talk about this aspect. I mean, the way we conceive what we are doing, Legiti, is that as part of this history that we just mentioned, I am calling on Haitians to take over Haiti because it's our country. We have whatever is happening, we have a country, we have a language, we have a flag, we have a territory, we have a culture, we have a way of doing things, a way of behaving. You know, we are Haitian, so we are the one to build the country.
Can I tell you something? Wait
Sure.
right there. The thing that I love about you and your wife that you guys are doing is that you don't only talk it, but you have the action to prove it. You
Yes.
go back into the country and you are helping. Remember, we were talking about the roots.
Yes,
And
yes.
you go and you are helping the young kids. You are starting from the roots to help them. And I love what you're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Keep
Thank
going,
you,
sorry.
thank you. Yeah. So we have identified the problem.
Yes, you
So
identifying the
we are
problem.
working on it now. So we go to a remote area, to a rural area where there is no school there, and I have to say that one thing that is fulfilling the gangs in Port-au-Prince is that young people have no opportunities in the province town and the rural areas, so they have no school, no entertainment, and nothing, and they are going to the cities, for example in Port-au-Prince, and then when they think that they were going to find some opportunities, what they find are some gang-related activities and prostitution. So us, what we are doing, we are building places in the rural area, like a school, to help the children to stay there. For example, we start with a project in a rural area called Dopom Lagoon, that is in Las Caobas, on the next to the border with the Dominican Republic and the Department of Centre. So we go to a place where there is no school. Really, there is no school. Children were growing up in this area without having access to school.
Right.
And many parents, in order for them to send their children to school, sometimes they have to send them to the city of Las Caobas or to Port-au-Prince. Okay, so we said, okay, we're going to bring education to the people who are there. So I created an organization called Rive. And Rive in the word Creole mean to arrive,
Yeah,
to get there.
right.
So to arrive,
reach,
to reach, in this sense is to reach.
You guys are listening. That's a new word you learned today.
Rive.
Okay, R-I-V-E, Rive.
Rive.
Means in Creole to arrive, to reach.
To reach. It's
Okay?
like to reach a higher mode of being.
Yes.
To reach like a social mobility, to be educated,
Right.
to be someone who can be successful to the country. So that's the name of the organization. So we go to this area, we buy land. I created an organization in the US, and that's the name of it.
You brought the land.
And
you built the school.
we bought on the land.
Wow.
The mayor said that they were going to give us land. We said no, because sometimes you get land from the state and then you are in trouble. We bought the land, and then we conducted different forms of fundraising activities.
So you are
We
helping
built
to
the
rebuild
school.
the country.
And that's what we are doing. So we start with this project in this area. We are building this country. Currently, we have 250 students, and we are the ones who provide them with uniforms. We pay the teachers on salary. We give them food. I mean, we wish that we will be able to do more, but for now we can barely give them one hot meal per day.
Right.
As we have more
Because
financial.
you already invested so much funds between
Yeah.
wife.
We have to pay.
So much
We have to
money you
build the
invested
school
because-
to buy uniforms.
Right, because
you imagine
everything.
to get uniform for
And
250
then
kids.
what about the teachers? Are they there for free, or do you
No,
pay them?
we pay the teachers,
Oh my
and we
God.
pay for books, and
And you're
books
not
are
getting
very
nothing
expensive.
in return. This
No,
is
no,
what
no,
you call
that- no.
somebody that really love their country.
Every dollar that we collect for the project goes directly to the project. In
My
fact,
Lord.
currently we are preparing a trip to Haiti, where we want to organize a Christmas party,
That is
where
such
we
a
are going
beautiful
to give a game, a toy to
So-
every
so
children.
what are you gonna do for your Christmas?
We're gonna spend our Christmas with the children.
Oh wow, you going
And
to Haiti? To
yes,
spend the
yes.
Christmas with
In
the
spite of
kids.
how things
You
are.
and
In
your
fact,
wife,
yeah,
Dr. Laura. Oh
yes,
my
yeah.
God,
And
my
let me
heart
tell
goes
you,
out to
you see,
guys.
this project brings hope and
so
inspiration
touching.
to the children. Some parents some parents come to talk to us like, with tears in their eyes. They are saying, "Oh my God, we can't understand
So when you go, what
this is
about
happening
toys?
in this
You need
area."
Toys, you need stuff to carry for
We
the
need the
children.
toys.
Do
we
you
need.
have a website? You need a website.
We need, we have a website, and
What is the
our
website?
website
'Cause
is
my listeners-
www.
We the Bahamian people here are very loving and touching people.
Well,
and I am
we're gonna see
certain
that.
a lot of my listeners would love to maybe sponsor, even if it's $1, because that goes a long way.
Anything we
could sponsor
welcome
$1.
anything. Our website is
$2,
www.
$3, because that's
anything.
American money. So when you go
Of
to
course.
Haiti, you change that.
Oh, yeah,
that
yes,
can be a lot of
exactly,
money. So
yeah.
don't say, "Oh, I don't have any." Can be $1, $2, whatever it is.
Yes,
Give us the website.
it's the
so
website
we
is
can-
R as in Robert, I as in India, V as in Victor, E as in Echo. .one ONE. There is a history behind that. Behind this
Yeah,
one too.
'cause your
I will
history
explain
normally
after
is very long.
because
We'll have to have
the
another
one
show.
has to do with honor. It's like helping the children to get there with honor. So, but I have to say also, legit, that we have a fundraising program in place, which we call the 1000 network. The 1000 network, what we are trying to get is we are trying. Our aim is to get 1000 people who can donate $100 per year to help us build the campus.
No, I'm one of them.
So so
Definitely
someone can and we have some sub networks, like someone can decide not to have
$1, you said?
$100 for the year.
Okay.
And if you look at $100 for the year per day, it comes like about a few cents that
Yeah.
you contribute to a project. So we organize it also in terms of a sub networks. For example, someone can say, I'm going to have a sub networks of 10. So you said, okay, you are one of the person of the network, and then you find 10 people who are donating $100. So you have a network of 10, and as part of that, you have some contribution you are making to the school. You can go when things change in Haiti. I'm not going to invite you to go to Haiti right now, but when things are going to change. So when things change, you can go to our school. You can spend some days. You can spend some time with the children. You can see that you are making some contribution. If you want to donate to have a classroom, we will put your name on the classroom.
Wow.
If you want to make some donation, that whatever you want to do to have a presence there, you can have a physical presence and a moral and a spiritual presence. If you want to say that you want to support some children in particular, you can, because when we look at what we spend for the project, we saw that one child costs us about $300 per year in
Wow.
terms of when we spend everything. But now we have 250 kids, and the reason why we have 250 kids is because we cannot do more than that, because many kids come to us, they are pretty much crying for education.
Yes,
they
yes.
are asking us to build more classrooms,
So
but
what I'm saying
we
is
can't.
the more help you have, the more kids you can educate.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you have to pay the teachers. But persons who would like to donate, just go on the website.
They can go to the website.
But do you have a number that they can also
My
call
local
you?
number is 457-2840. That's my local number, 457-2840.
Yeah,
I will.
persons who- wow.
Yes, anyone
You are
who are.
doing a tremendous
And
job.
yeah, my US number, which is WhatsApp, which is 413-695-4546. My number is public anyway. 413-695-4546. Anyone who is interested in making a contribution in the life of those
Making a
kids,
difference,
so
making
they
a
don't,
difference in
because
somebody
our
else's
goal
lives.
legit is that we want the world can make a difference. Currently, there are some people who are contributing to the destruction of the young people in Haiti. Some young kids now have weapons in their hands. This is actions from some people. So some other people can make another difference by putting books in the hands of some group of children. And this is my invitation to this group of to this group of people in the world who understand what it means to grow a child, to understand how each one person can make a difference in the world. So you help us to put books in the hands of those children, as opposed to the bullets that are in the heads of some in PowerPoints, and that create the nightmare that we know now.
My God. Wow. I am so humble because the work you're doing is tremendous.
Thank you.
And I would say, may God be with you and your wife. For your
Thank you so
hold
much.
on and continue to do the work, because many are called, but it's only a few that are chosen. And
It's not easy,
important.
I have to
it's-
tell you.
Oh, are you telling me? It is not easy. Trust me. It is not easy. And to know that you not only want Haiti to change, but you are starting from the root. And we're going to continue to go back to the root, because the root is where everything started. So you are helping those children now. You are shaping them. You are forming them. And I think you mentioned to me that you would like to have somewhere where you could teach them trades.
Yes.
they
We
get a
wanted to do
certain
all
age.
that. We wanted to build a vocational school for them. It's a whole project. We want to take them all the way to 12th grade. And after that, we wanted to build a vocational school for them. We are also planning to build a higher education system in the area so they can stay there. This is what I am doing. We are doing legit. But at the same time, we are taking what we are doing as a contribution to the rest of the world. We have a message to the rest of the world. If you build the children, if you educate their children, and this is my message also to my compatriots, to my fellow Bahamian friends and this nation where I am now, where I live now. That's where I spend most of my time. Let's continue to give education, to make a great education system available to our children. I encourage the education system to continue to do what they are doing, to make sure that we have a great education system available to our children. To let's take care of our young people. If we build on the youth, we build the young people, there is a hope that they will build their nation. What happens in Haiti, Lady T, I don't want that to. I don't want to see that happening anywhere.
No.
Let alone the Bahamas. But there is a way, because things do not just happen in Haiti just like that. It's not just like on one day that things start to to be so bad in Haiti. The country has been in turmoil for a good amount of time, and the children were not going to school. There were not enough resources for schools, not enough books, not enough supplies, school supplies for teachers, for the children, and there was not enough support. So now, when those people with the guns, they wanted to make money, they found the children to co-op them to do that. So I encourage my fellow Bahamian brothers and sisters to keep doing the good work that they are doing, to build a strong education system, to keep all young educated. And I like the fact that in the Bahamas, we are a very spiritual society. We find all of the resources in the Bible. So I think we can build on those resources to do much better for this nation to continue to do what it's doing. So my message is like we are doing our best, my wife and I, we are doing our best to get the children out of the situation where they are now. But it is a message for the rest of the world. Let's build our youth, let's educate our youth, because they are the ones who are going to be the next leaders, the next ministers, the next general directors. If we neglect our youth, we neglect the most important part of our country.
And a lot of persons said, hey, you want to see Haiti change, but what are you doing? But you indeed are doing something about it.
Yes.
You want to see a change, and that is why you are putting so much resources, so much work into the children. And what touched my heart just now is when you said you're going to spend Christmas with them.
Yes.
Not a lot of people would have done that, to leave their
Yes,
Christmas. And, so it shows that you love these kids.
And we are giving them some games. If you see something, when we give them the games to the children, they are so happy. Remember,
Yeah.
those are children who are left alone. Those parents have no resources. They have no one thinking of them. Some of them came out to talk to us. They are crying, and they said, oh my God, we see happening here in our place now what we used to hear about what's happening what we used to hear happening in Port-au-Prince, in other places. One parent came on to talk to us, said, oh my God, you are God sent. It's God who
That's
sent
right.
you.
That
we
is
were
so
we were
true.
saying, I don't think
That
we
is so
don't know
true.
about that, but we feel the need to help those children
God
and to
sent you
help
for
the
real.
country, and also to help the world. Because what now, what is happening in Haiti is
It's
not
unfortunate.
it's not in the interest of any of the country in the larger area. Why you think Haitians will need to leave Haiti to come to the Bahamas?
Nobody wanna leave their country.
Haiti has so many resources. Haiti is a rich country,
Rich.
and people want to live there. People want to stay there. Why you think and it's a large
Insecurity,
population?
but because of insecurity,
Of
people
course,
are fleeing. People are
for me,
fleeing.
I feel very bad when we have a population of over 12 million and people are coming to the Bahamas, which is a small nation of about 400 million. It's not fair, but this is what is happening. And if all of us are calling for the international community to do what we should do to resolve the situation in Haiti, it is in the interest of the whole region. It is in the interest of the Bahamas. It is in the interest of the Dominican Republic, and everyone in the region, everyone who wants to visit Haiti. I know I find quite quite a few Bahamian friends who said they want to go to Haiti, but they can't because the situation is so bad. I am interested in establishing a very good relationship between the Bahamas and Haiti because we have a similar history. I'm talking about the post-Columbian experience. Even when sometimes people will say, well, the Bahamas is in the Atlantic Ocean, things like that. But we have the same history. I'm talking about the post-Columbian history, the Atlantic trade, the history of oppression. So that links the two countries together. I'm interested in a great relationship between the Bahamas and Haiti, but now this cannot happen now. I even want to take my students to Haiti. I can't now. So if once things get better, I'm interested that we can have a much better relationship between Haiti and the Bahamas.
Right, because I actually was planning on going to Haiti this same year, and I didn't even go.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at 2025. I'm praying by God's grace things would change a bit in Haiti for me to go, but whatever happened, I'm going regardless.
Yeah, there will be some
Because I'm
opportunity.
going
Like
there.
besides our school, my wife and I, we are doing medical mission. For example, we are planning to bring vaccination to the whole area where we are now. We are planning to vaccinate the children. We are doing medical mission to bring different professionals to help. So someone may not have money, but if you want to make some contribution at some point, you can go to the campus and then you said, here's what we can do. You may not have money, but you can find a way to talk to people to help us to get some contribution. So let's pray that things change in Haiti because we are really interested in that the Bahamas and Haiti have a much closer relationship, so the Bahamas can get what they can get from Haiti, and Haiti can get what they can get from the Bahamas. But because of what is happening, we cannot see what is the relationship between the two countries can be, because Haiti has a lot to offer to the Bahamas. I know at some point Haiti used to bring a lot of food to the
That's
Bahamas. But now things are so bad we can't. There is a lot that can be done between the Bahamas and Haiti, and then we are looking for the opportunity to have those in place.
Okay. Now, what would you... Okay. Okay, guys. You were here with the one and only, the professor at UB, Maki Jean-Pierre. Is there anything else you would like to say? Because we're about to finish the show.
The last thing I would like to say is that I'm calling on my Bahamian friends. When you see a Haitians who are in difficult situation, please do not humiliate him or her. It is a child of God who happens to be from a country that is facing difficult moment and its history. All Haitians are now going through an existential crisis, and many of us we face the necessity to leave the country. But it's not that there is anything essentially wrong with Haitians. We appreciate the support that Bahamas and many Bahamians have given to many Haitians, and we hope that there can be more support. But we don't want Haitians to invade the Bahamas. But at least we are asking our Bahamian brothers and sisters again, please be mindful of what is happening in Haiti, why Haitians are coming here. Do not humiliate them, please. They are not of any any lesser value than any human being. Thank you.
Okay. And we want them to know also, if they are coming here, they have to be here legally. That's that's the
That's
number
for
one
sure.
thing. Yes, that's the number one thing. Thank you so much to those who are tuned in. You are definitely tuned in to Let's Talk Together. We will see you again next week Sunday. Have a blessed night, Bahamas. Thank you.
Moun poto pres ka pa isye mwenye, moun semak moun Jeremy mwenye, moun Jacques moun Gonaïve mwenye, bene ake poto hench ose Nicolas Lebe, moun Léogan kwa de bouquet mwenye, moun Pasali moun Miracle Kaye moun la go down